Very good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Jeju Island for the S-Oil Championship here on the KLPGA Tour. We're at the Elysian Jeju Golf Club this week. Timothy Lowe here. Wonderful to have your company once again on the KLPGA Tour as the 2023 season starts to wind down. Just a couple of events left to go for the finest players in South Korea. Sung Yu Jin, birdie look on the way, just coming up a hair short for this year's Doosan Match Play champion. It's been another very solid season for Yu Jin. Now, Bang Shin-sil, third on the Rookie of the Year points race, which very much looks like it's boiling down to a shootout between Kim Min-byul and Hwang Yo-min as we go into the last couple of weeks. Shin-sil 3 over par, not finding the green there as well. Does have a win already this season. That was the E1 Charity Ladies Open at Seonghil 1. So hasn't been the worst of rookie campaigns for the 20-year-old. Now Im Hee-jong turned in 1 under par 35. And she's going to get to 2 under par with that nice birdie. Just sneaks inside of the top 10. Been a bit of a disappointing season for last year's Korea Women's Open champion. Now back in the fairway. Looks like Jung Yoon-ji, who has enjoyed a very good 2023. No wins yet for Yoon-ji, but she has given herself plenty of chances, courtesy of shots like that superb 7-iron into about 5 feet. She'll have that to go to 4 under par in the company of Lee So-young for this opening round. Did have right around a 2-hour fog delay this morning, so play was backed up slightly. It's a 7-iron as well for So-young. Yeah, pretty tidy there. Just rounding out this 3-ball. The lady who leads that Rookie of the Year points race, Kim Min-byul. Also operating out of the middle of the fairway. Just the level par 36 on her outward half. And it's okay. It's right where Hee-jong made a birdie from. Now Shin-sil just off the edge of the green here. Fairly flat chip. Can be aggressive. And she now falls to 4 over par if that drops. Been a bit of a battle consistency-wise for Bang Shin-sil. This is a lady who has been on an absolute tear in 2023. Im Jin-hee only had 2 victories on tour coming into this year. She snagged 3 already this season. Last of which coming a couple of weeks ago at the Korea Economy TV Open. Midway through October. It finished in the top 5 last week at the Seoul Economics Daily Ladies Classic as well. So finishing the year strongly. Now on 11T, Yu Jin. breeze really whipping past our cameras out the golf course. It does get awfully windy and a little bit chilly this time of year on Jeju Island. Such a popular holiday spot for South Koreans and international travelers around the world. A couple of great UNESCO heritage sites here. The lava caves. And a couple of very good golf courses as well. Heejong. Just about clings onto the right edge of the fairway. Now back at 10, Lee So-young. Pretty flat putt. Should want to work a little from her left. Well, that one started low all the way. The only one out of the top three on that rookie points race who hasn't claimed a victory yet this year. But she has had some mighty fine performances, 12 top 10s in fact, including a major championship runner-up at the Financial Group Star Championship and the playoff loss at the Korean Women's Open. Also had a playoff loss to Hang Yo-min at the Daewoo MBN Ladies Open. So 3 runner-ups in your rookie campaign. No wonder she's topping that Rookie of the Year points race. Oh, that's a very nicely holed putt for Kim. So she'll move herself into red figures. Second birdie of the day. Out to 11 fairway, and Lim Hee-jung. Right at it, but you can see those greens really starting to bake out a little bit. Took a very firm bounce. That's fine, just settles on the back edge. Jung Yoon-ji talked a little bit earlier about the wonderful season she has had. 8 top 10 finishes, a runner-up and a third, but she's cooled off a little since withdrawing at the Financial Group Star Championship in Incheon. Hasn't had a top 20 since, but that'll take her to 4 under par. Eugene with the 5-iron into this 11th. Got to pitch it on the front edge. Just a little right, but that's fine. So young now. 6-time winner on tour. Narrowly getting pipped to the finish line by Park Hyun-kyung last week at the SK Network's Seoul Economic Daily Ladies Classic. It was a welcome return to form after missing the cut in Sang-in the week before. Okay, tidies that one up with ease. The highest point in the country of South Korea is on Jeju Island, the dormant volcano Hallasan, Mount Halla. Such a prominent geographical landmark on this little slice of paradise. Now, Park Ji-young. Bit of a rotten afternoon for Park, who needs a win this week just to keep her hopes of topping the money list alive. She's going to find it hard going from 3 over par. She's got to start to find some birdies, and that's okay. Three titles this season, just under $1 billion earned. Jinhee. Sits third on the money list, about 50 million won behind Ji-young. Just a little unlucky that didn't grab a touch harder, but still leaves her a decent look. Picked up her third major championship. Back at the start of the season, Lee Daeyeon at the KLPGA Championship also snagged the lucrative Hana Financial Group Championship in an epic playoff against Minji Lee at Bears Best a couple months back. Maybe just half a club short there for Lee Daeyeon. Jung Eun-ji up on 11T. Breeze looks like it's calmed down just a smidge for the players. Lengthy one here. Up on the green for Sung Yoo-jin. It's going to be working its way from right to left. Steady, steady. Okay. Pretty well paced for Sung. What an emotional scene it was on Sunday evening last week. Park Hyun-kyung breaking a 910-day winless drought with her title at the SK Network's Seoul Economic Ladies Classic. She's continuing to ride some pretty good form. 1 under par to the turn. Two-time KLPGA Championship winner back in the winner's circle after almost 3 years. But this is the lady that they have all struggled to keep pace with this year. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Lee Dae-yeon, was always a prodigious talent. Won the first event of the regular season on Jeju Island at the Lotte Rent-A-Car Ladies Open, and she has kicked off ever since. Stranglehold on the points list and the money list. Over 1.3 billion won banked already for Lee. And she is showing no signs of slowing down. A top 30 finish this week. That is all she needs to wrap up the money list with one event to go next week. The defending champion, Lee So-mi. So all 96 players have completed at least 9 holes, and that's a booming tee shot from Lee So-mi. Goodness me. Well deep down that left side of the fairway. As the final group of this opening round make their way off the 10th tee, we go up to the 11th green and a birdie opportunity for Im Hee Jong. Has she hit it? Has she hit it? And she has. It's just a little wide. Won't be too disappointed with a relatively straightforward 2-putt par. Now back to 10. Dion. This one's going to move off her left, coming slightly up a hill. Doesn't move that much, Dion. Certainly not at that pace. She has absolutely clubbed that one. Wow. First look of the day at KLPGA. Just 84 meters left to the par 5 14th. Well done. Just off the edge of the green. Ji-young, 3 over par. This to claw one back. Cleaning up to be done for Sung Yu Jin's part at the 11th. Yeah, well done. This one's going to have a significant amount of swing from left to right for An Sung-yi, but this would be to tie the lead. Look at how hard that turns, and in the side door it goes for An Sung-yi. A wonderful birdie there at the par 4 15th, and she moves herself up to 4 under. Well, Im Jin-hee pitched a ball only about a foot away from the cup, but has got this to make 4 under par. A very crowded number. Not this time. Lee So-young safely down the left edge of the 11th fairway. This left hole location sets up well for that little draw she likes to hit. It's a 6-iron for Lee. Beautifully played. Excellent shot there from the 6-time tour winner. Well, after a very poor first putt, Lee Daeyeon has this now for a par. Just a little pacey as well. That's a 3-putt from out of the blue that's going to drop Lee Daeyeon back to even. Real head scratcher, this one. Well, 2 wins this year. She can certainly take a lot of positive. She's struggled with health issues, with injuries for so much of her career. Usually plays a fairly abridged schedule, but she's teed it up in 21 starts this year. Certainly the most she's played of any year in the last 3. That's not going to be any kind of consolation after an unforced error to start her inward half. Yeah, just watch how simple this golf swing is. Very few moving parts for Chung Yun-ji. Doesn't like that. Those sounded a little clunky, but we'll get a nice kick. And that's actually ended up in a pretty good spot. Picked up her first major championship of her career back in Incheon in September at the Star Championship. Languishing back at 3 over par here on Thursday afternoon at the S-Oil Championship. So, second shots to come for the final group in this opening round. We will redraw at the end of play today. Leaders will go out last. 7-iron for last week's champion. And it's a good one. Ooh, just grabs a little quick, and it's going to finish that lower right-hand section of the green. Year one, so remarkably consistent. Been a very impressive season from a very impressive young lady. Still getting over how big that tee shot from Lee So-mi was. Goodness, she's only going to have a 9-iron, maybe even a wedge to this hole, and that's a huge advantage. Yeah, she's on the correct level, and she'll give herself a look to get to 3 under par. Said she wasn't feeling her best last week, battling a bit of a sore throat and some flu-like symptoms, but almost back to 100% this week. Is anyone going to claim that brand new Honda Accord hole-in-one prize up for grabs at this par 3 12th? First to tackle the 140-meter hole in this group is two-time major champion in Pijong. Pretty deep green at 41 paces. Pins cut in the back section today, 30 from the front, guarded by a rather large greenside bunker short right. Ooh, and that goes screaming over the back of the green. See that flag fluttering. Going straight down breeze, almost impossible to try and get it close to that hole. You have to take on that bunker if you want to have any sort of chance to stop it by the flag. Now back on 11. So Young after that wonderful second. Chance to sneak a little closer to that lead at 4 under. Just hasn't hit it. Well, we've only seen her hit 2 putts today, and none of them were very impressive. Now back to 12. Really got to toss this one as high as you can up in the air. Try and pitch it just past the trap. So even doing that, Sun Yu-jin's going to find herself through the back edge of the green. He's had that very strong left-hand grip in Jinhee. Really shut club face at the top, but clears her left side very nicely to square the club face up at impact. Park Hyun Kyung. Just having a little chuckle there. She can't figure a way to keep her collar down. It's quite a large collar at that. Not sure. Do we roll it in? Do we pin it to the back? Caddy's got a solution. Tuck it into the back of your shirt. Breeze affects us all in different ways. Yeah, Hyun Kyung ready to go. We know it's coming up this hill, but Lee Daeyeon absolutely hammered it past in the group ahead. See if Hyun Kyung can do a better job of judging this pace. Oh, wide as well, and they are all getting fooled by that section of the green, aren't they? That's rolled even further along than Daeyeon's putt. Well, fortuitous kick off the edge of the bunker for Jung Yoon-ji has left her this for birdie to assume the solo lead. Oh, can't take advantage of that good piece of fortune. She'll remain tied at 4 under. See how far through the back of the green Hee Jong's tee shot ended up on 12, but pitching back into the wind, which does make this shot a little bit simpler. That hit the air brakes pretty hard. What to be done for par? Yewon, outside chance to get herself within 1. And, oh, I thought that she had that. I think she did too. Settle for 4 though. Pretty nifty little shot there from Sung Yoo-jin, tossing it a little bit higher up, using that wind as a bit of a buffer to slow that one down. Delightfully played. Now Hyun Kyung's come back for par. What we learned from Daeyeon's putt is, if anything, maybe this is half a ball outside the right, maybe right edge. It's going to be coming back uphill slightly. That's well hold. Oh, no, it's not. Man, that hole at 10 just seems a fraction smaller than all the others. It was a great putt from Lee Ye-won, didn't drop. Hyun Kyung catches a piece of it. That remains above ground. To avoid dropping a shot at 12. Nope. That was a little left to start and should slip back to 1 under par. Lee So-mi slightly downhill. Gave it the early walk, she knew. That was always going to be a little low. Keeps her at 2 under. Yeah, Jin Hee. Again, like Lee So Young, these left hole locations set up very nicely for him, but she's got a lot of club here. It's a 5-iron from 138. You're trying to feather one into a gentle headwind. Pretty well judged. Very nicely played. Eugen. A nice little par-saving putt back at 11. And she'll do the same at 12. Dion. Lovely angle to attack this pin from the right edge of the fairway. And attack it she does. Wonderful shot from Lee. Back on the tee, year one. 11 playing into a slight headwind for this opening round. Can Yunji stop it on 12? She's going to try. It's pretty good. And that should hang on to the back edge. Yes, well done. See the cattails just behind the tee starting to really whip, so that breeze is freshening into the face of Lee So-mi. She emerged victorious last year. It was actually back-to-back victories for So-mi in 2022. A Jeju double hitter, which Park Hyun-kyung is attempting to complete this year. Last week's winner just coming off that drop shot to start her back nine. Now back at even. Really want to shift that ball up inch or two towards your lead foot, trying to get some extra height on it. Playing to this whole location, trying to get that ball to come down as soft as possible. Easier said than done down breeze though. And that's the problem. Back of the green at 12 was Lee So-young. So it's windy and wild out there, and it's a four-way tie at the top of the leaderboard. Kim Min-joo, Lee Jae-young, An Sung-hee, and Jung Yoon-ji lead the way here in the opening round at the Elysian Jeju Country Club. Jin Hee sizing up this birdie look at the 11th to tie the lead. Make it a five-way share at the top, but not on that line. Not the easiest greens to read out here at Elysian. Coming off her best finish of the season 2 weeks ago. Runner-up finish there to Im Jin Hee. Lim Hee Jong facing this slightly downhill second shot into the par 4 13th. That's more like it. Sublime shot. Great bounce back. Opportunity awaits. Dion sparkling second into 11. Shortest birdie look we've seen all day. Can she convert? Yes, she can. So back to 1 under par goes Lee Dion. Like a fairly level lie for Lee So-young. Ball sitting down just a smidge, so it should come out with a bit of chase. The head's well forward there, really trying to scoop this one in low. Popped up a little high on her. That's going to come up short. Do you see that sometimes? Just catch the ball off the top of the club, comes up a little bit higher and dead. Don't quite cover the full distance you were expecting. Now, out of the right rough at the 13th, Sung Yoo Jin. Got that one to stop very quickly. A little too quickly, in fact, but no harm done. Yeah, one on the 11th. Pins cut just to the left of that TV tower you can see at the back of the green. It's on a good line. It's on a great line. Just worms its way a little left. Again, no problems there for Lee. Pretty straightforward chip. 1.3 billion won already collected this season. Only playing this group to hold it on the back of the 12th was Jung Yun Ji, one of your 4 co-leaders. That's an unfathomably slow putt. Looking uphill and into the breeze. So hard to convince yourself to hit it that hard. Hyun Kyung, 1 club more than Yewon. Wonderful shot in from Park Hyun Kyung. So young for her par at the 12th. Oh, well done. Escapes with a 3. Good putt. So me. Again, big tee shot, so last to play, only a 7-iron for the defending champion. And she's leaked that one well out to the right. It's okay, it's on the dance floor, but she really would have expected much better. Yunji for her par. Wide. Little right, just shove that one straight off the blade. She knew it. Disappointing 3-putt bogey. It's going to drop her out of a share of that lead. First blemish on her scorecard this week. So With that, it's just Minju, Jae Young, and Sung Yi who sit atop the board at 4 under par. Minju already signing for the low round of the day at this point, a 4 under par round of 68. I'd say it's a pretty makeable chip shot for Lee Won. Ball sitting in that downgrade section of grass, so easy to slide the club underneath the ball. Giving this one a nice run. Little bold, but you figure with the way that she's been playing this year, she'll mop that up without any difficulty. Up here at 13, Sung Yoo Jin to try to get to 3 under par. Just like that last push towards the cup, so it's only a par. She'll stay at 2 under. Somi from right about pin high for her birdie. Okay, good pace on that. Hijo for the bounce back 3. Yes, well done. Never in doubt. Hyun Kyung birdie look here to get herself back to 1 under. Very nicely done. She's opting for an 8-iron. Gets that one to land nice and soft. Pretty good from Lee Dayon. Yeah, one to clean up for 4. Ooh, no, I spoke too soon. That's a very clumsy bogey. She drops a shot. First of the day from the money and points list leader, now Im Jin Hee at the 12th. Asking for that to move a little right. I'd love to know where that ended up. Read it from her facial expression. And that, yeah, that's okay. Nothing disastrous there. It's going to be slow though for Jin Hee. Good aerial view at what the players face here at this par 3 12. This water's short, but really shouldn't be in the players' minds. Today's hole location. It's more a case of can you stop it on the back edge of the green. A couple of 68s already recorded from Kim Min-ju and Lee Jae-young that leave the clubhouse mark at 4 under par. This is Jung Yoo-ji at 13, who was at 4 under par before dropping a shot at that 12. Looking to do what Lim Hee-jung did and bounce straight back, and I think she will. It's almost a carbon copy of Hee-jung's shot. Very nicely done. This is going to be slow. Jin Hee's going to have to absolutely bludgeon this one. Get it all the way up to the cup. Look at that. Look at the tree. Just the top right of your screen, whipping there. That flag sticker is really bending at the 12th. These greens running just about 10 on the stimp meter. You can't get them too quick because of how breezy it can get at Elysian Jeju, but we certainly are at the point where that breeze is definitely going to be affecting some of these putts, especially the ones where you're going to have to dive in the edge. That ball's traveling a lot slower. It's easier for a big gust of wind to have an effect on that pellet. Not so much here, though. It's pretty much straight into Jin Hee's face, so it's just going to further exacerbate and exaggerate how slow this is going to be working up the hill. Gave that one a full-blooded thump, and it's still going to come up short, but a decent effort, though, from Jin Hee. So young. The center stripe at 13. Very nicely played. Excellent distance control from Lee. A putt that should move from left to right and straighten up a bit as it gets to the end for Lee Dayon. things considered, and happily take a 3 at the 12th. Certainly in these conditions. Oh, Minbill, short-sided bunker at the 13th. Not a lot of green to work with. That's the problem. These firm greens, you short-side yourself. And you're going to have to just accept the fact that you're probably going to have a 20-25 footer coming back for par. Final group of this opening round, just having a little wait back on the 12th tee. A chance to check out that hole-in-one prize, a beautiful new 2024 Honda Accord. The 11th playing of the S-Oil Championship, one of the more popular events on the KLPGA Tour schedule. Got to try and stay as stable as possible over putts like these, especially when it's breezy. Stand awfully close to the ball. Times almost looking a little bit crouched. This one should be a inside right edge putt. Yeah, keeps that head nice and steady. That's a good two-putt par in Jinhee. Now Minbill for her par at 13. Not going to get there, is it? Oh, never looked like it had a prayer. Well, the only issue for Park Hyun-Kyung is she's going to have to look a little bit left, just because she's got a slightly flatter ball flight than the two playing partners, and it does help keep the ball out of the breeze, but with as firm as this 12th green is, if she takes a direct lie at the flags, she's pretty much going to go straight over the back. So just got to be careful. Play out to the fat side. That's the problem there. Through the back of the green goes Park Hyun-Kyung. Slight hanging lie for Sung Yujin with the ball below her feet. Third shot into the par 5 14th. Wonderful shot. Sumi with her speed. I think this could be an 8-iron, maybe even a hard 9-iron for Lee. She just tugged that a touch. It's okay, but that's going to find a rather popular spot just through the back of the green at this par 3. Now, Hee-jung just crept into the rough on 14, so does reduce her spin control on this, but should only have about 50 meters or so into this par 5. And she's made a pretty good fist of that. Now, year 1, last to go. Took a very firm bounce and through the back goes the year 1. After that lovely second into 13, he's so young. I'd like to see a more positive stroke from her here. It's a great look to get her within 1. It was a good positive putt. Doesn't drop, but at least get it past the hole. Certainly better than the 2 efforts she put on. Birdie looks at 10 and 11. She'll have to stay at 2 under though. ENG for a birdie to move back into a share of the lead. Now stay up. It's not going to. That body language right after she made contact told the story. She knew that was a little under hit. So 4 under par, still the mark to beat. 2 in the clubhouse. An Sung-yi playing the last. doesn't look like the best of lies for Lier 1. Just going to have to try and close that club face down, have this one scuttling along the ground. She's opted for a slightly more aerial shot, and well, that's the problem with that. You just get it stalling in that breeze. Certainly not the shot I would have gone for from that lie. Now Sung Yu Jin, after that very nice approach, has this to get to 3 under at 14. Keep going, keep going. Ooh, no, whisker short. Hyun Kyung got this ball well back in his stance. Yeah, that's the shot that I thought would be better. Yeah. Just a little closer than Year 1's. Now, has Hee-jong learned from Eugene putt? Nope, that's low and right. After 2 lovely approaches, no birdies were yielded for Sung Yu Jin or Im Hee-jong at the par 5. Now Somi, the fairway cutter grass here, also firing one in low. Yeah, lovely shot. Great technique there from Lee. Junhee at 13. Seen a couple of shots get close. Just 150 meters left. Slightly downhill. Got a bit of a slope to the left of that pin, which you can use as a sideboard. Just don't want to be in that left bunker. That's the no-no. That bunker. Yikes. Oh, first look of the day. I believe this is Kim Hae Rim into the par 5 18th. 128 meters left for the 34-year-old veteran. Currently 1 under par, but unable to find the correct level of this split-tiered green. Year 1. A lot of cleaning up to do to avoid back-to-back bogeys here. Yeah, well hold. Really nicely done for Year 1. Preserves a little momentum and stays in red figures. Bang Shin Sil. Picked up a shot since we last saw her make that 2. She gets herself back to 2 over. Hyun Kyung for par at 12. He's always been one of the best putters on the KLPGA Tour. Consistently ranks inside the top 10 on that statistical category year in, year out. But I didn't let her down there. Back up to 18, and your co-leader, An Song-yi. 79 meters left edge of the fairway. Got to get it on that top shelf. Yeah, I think that's just finished short. Right of the green in those shadows. It's not in the bunker, that's okay. Really a 4 out of 10 there with only a lob wedge in hand. Now out to the 13th and Park Hyun Kyung on the tee. Gentle dog leg from left to right in this hole. Just want to start this up the left half of that fairway. Like 11 is playing into a slight breeze. Aggressively, she clears that left side. Probably get away with that if the trace is to be believed. Just a little left. Should be playing a second from quite a long ways back and out of that left rough as well. Yeah, one last to go. This one up the right-hand side should catch a piece of the fairway. Yep, indeed it does. Just a little prod and run for An Sung-yi through the shadows at the home hole. Grabbed a little quick on her, but that's about a 3.5 footer for par, and the third 68 posted in this opening round. Well, good break here, just outside of the bunker on a slight upslope for Im Jin-hee, so a slightly easier shot. Just want to land this on the fringe. Everything kicks down towards the hole. Just toss that out a little bit too far and watch that one release. Well, slow first half of this putt for Kim Hae-rim at the par 5 18th. Just flatten out when he gets to that top plateau. And yeah, decent effort there for Kim. 7-time tour champion. Hasn't won since the McCall Mono Park Ladies Open a couple years back. She certainly still can play some very fine golf. A 71 to open her campaign this week in Jeju for Kim Hae-rim. With a double bogey as well at the par 3 12th. Sung Yoo-jin at the 15th. Straight into the teeth of the wind, slightly uphill as well, so it's a 6-iron from 125. And that is very nicely controlled. Big curling left to right putt for Kim Ji-hyun to end what has been otherwise rather challenging day at Elysian. Doesn't swing that much. And the 76 is the best she can do on Thursday. Hee-jong. Could she follow in Sung Yoo-jin once again? Took a very big bounce, but well, settles in an okay spot just through the back of this green. So, for a 68. Yeah, well done. That's some good going in these tough conditions. Blemish-free 68 leaves An Sung-yi in the clubhouse at 4 under par alongside Lee Jae-yong. And for a par at 13, Im Jin-hee. No, not this time. A drop shot. She'll slide back to 2 under. Ji-hyun. Hopefully the 76th and final stroke in her round. definitely done tomorrow. She wants to stick around for weekend golf here in Jeju Island. Birdied her opening hole, but that was the only birdie on her scorecard. 5 bogeys since. To that 76. Now So Young's third to the par 5 14th. Should get lots of spin on this with good contact. Coming out of that fairway. Only about 80 meters left. Just like that. Wonderful shot. Now Hyun Kyung looks like she's got a hybrid out into this 13, so she'll have to look a little bit right. You don't want to bring that bunker into play. It's anything 15, 20 feet right of this hole would be a perfectly acceptable result for Park. I think she made the contact she was looking for there. Didn't sound very good anyway. Through the back of the green for Hyun Kyung. Now Somi. All sitting down in that rough, so you're not going to get this one to stop too quickly. Surely he has to be looking at the front right edge of the green. He's trying to chip one up there. This is coming in very high. And yeah, that's a good sensible shot. Not a difficult up and down that she's left herself. It's a good smart play from Lee So-mi. That's what you have to do when you're out of position. Just, take your medicine. Figure out how can you make a 4. Don't need to be a hero. Try and craft a 3, especially on day 1. Whereas if you're Lee Ye-won in great position here, you can go flag hunting. Too bold into the bunker, which is far up enough where it'll be slightly easier than we saw Kim Min Byul earlier. It's still not really where you want to be. Now Hee Jong through the back of 15, but she's got the flag stick out, so intentions are clear. Just a little pacey. A good try. Not her best third shot into the 14, so pretty lengthy look for birdie. Isn't going to matter though. In it goes. Great birdie there from Jung Yoon-ji. Move her back into that share of the lead. 4 players at 4 under. Eugene should move from her right. Third shot really deserves a birdie at 14 for Lee So-young. Oh. Can't buy a birdie putt today. Not this Batman anyway. Did make a great par-saving putt at 12. It's been a string of pars since she made the turn. Tidying up as well required for Hee Jong's par at the 15th. Oh, sloppy. Real sloppy there. Hyun Kyung, she's got lots of green to work with, almost too much green to work with. Don't imagine this is her most lofted club. It looks like a 9-iron, maybe an 8-iron of some sorts. Just trying to play an old school bump and run.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Well, it looked good, but just that extra couple of feet of roll have made it a tricky par-saving putt. Now Hee Jong cleans up her bogey at 15. She drops back to 1 under. Somi just coming through the shadows here. Going to be working its way mostly uphill. Last 8-10 feet or so. You'll want to come downhill just a touch. Should be a fairly easy read this. Once it gets on that green, it will start to work its way from left to right. I'm electing to chip this one, even though she's only about 5 feet off the edge of the green. For those practice swings, it looks like she wants to land it a good distance up as well. I just lost commitment on that. I thought she was going to fly it at least twice that distance. So I've got a little bit sloppy here, really. Now Eugene at the final par 3. 168 meters, the 16th place. It's a brand new Calma mattress up for grabs as a hole-in-one prize, and that one straight over the stick for Sung Yoo Jin at the par 3. Lovely tee shot. So one asking for a rules official here. Can only assume that that ball is somehow embedded, perhaps? No? She's waved off the rules official and is going to play this, but I don't imagine that's a particularly appetizing looking lie. Got to play this with speed and a very open club face. It's going to have absolutely no spin on it whatsoever. I almost want to land this in the rough, try and take the sting out of it and have it just tumble on the green. And again, just another player paying the price for being a touch greedy into that left hole location. Now, Hee Jong. 4 hole-in-one prizes up for grabs this week at the par 3s. A set of golf clubs worth $10,000 US, a watch, a car, and this beautiful Calma mattress on 16. And just left that one out a little right, Hee Jong. Distance control was good. Club face, not so great. I don't believe Leo Won's lost her turn yet. She'll have first crack at par on this 13th. But that will want to creep from left to right, coming slightly uphill. So I'll have to be positive with her pace. Second bogey in 3 holes, and Leah Won finds herself back at even par. Saw the spot the caddy was indicating to Hyun Kyung. They're reading this as just a touch outside the left. Yeah, just forgot to hit it. The line looked good. Just ran out of steam. So a bogey for year one, a bogey for Hyun Kyung. This 13th proving to be tricky for this final group. As is that collar of Park Hyun Kyung. Up ahead, Lee So Young, second into the 15th. But he's a switch coming straight down now in this par 4. And it's okay, just through the back. Not the end of the world there, So Young. There, Hee Jong chipping from slightly below the level of this green at 16, but it should be a pretty basic little up and down for Hee Jong. Yeah, very nicely played. Catch up with Jung Yun Ji, her third to the par 4, to the par 5 15th. Just gonna hang on to the back fringe. Well, So-mi for her par. Ooh, I don't think she thought she made that. She gave it an early walk, but she'll gladly pick it out of the bottom of the cup, and that scorecard stays squeaky clean for the defending champion. Now back to 16, and Sung Yoo-jin for birdie to get to 3 under. Coming down that hill, working off the right. Another head scratcher. Jin Hee, thickish looking lie at 14. Gonna have to look just past the front edge, play for a bit of release on this. Yeah, just gets stuck in that steep bank. But that's okay. At least it leaves her an uphill chip. The final group wait, Hyun Kyung and Year 1 suffering drop shots at the 13th. So-mi walking away with the par, so she'll be first to bat at this par 5. It's playing straight downwind today. So get a good tee shot away. As long as you can keep your layup in the fairway, you should be able to attack this gettable hole location with your third. Tees her driver up a little lower than most players, Park Hyun Kyung. Does get a little bit of extra chase on it, and most importantly, finds the fairway. one. Again, just a very solid all-round game. Doesn't have too many chinks in the armor. And as she's done for so much of 2023, stripes one down the middle. So 4 under par, the mark set in the clubhouse from Minju Jaeyoung and Song-Yi Jung-Yu-ji. Still out on the golf course with 4 holes to play in a 4-way tie for the lead. This chip shot should kick right once it gets on the green for Im Jun-hee. It just sticks a little with that first bounce, coming up short. Back up in the fairway, Park Hyun-kyung with her layup. Again, just want to keep this in the fairway, maximize your control with your third. That one's leaking right. It's going to hang on. It's trying to. It's just into the first cut of rough. Now, So Young from back edge of 15. Outside look for a birdie 3 if she gets it to the hole. Yeah, one. A little bit closer than Hyun Kyung. Gets that one well down the fairway, but oof. Well, that's actually the green side bunker, so she's fully close to the green, but what kind of option does she have from there? Dion to get herself back into red figures. Yeah, nicely done. Good birdie there. Yeah, Jung Yun-ji. Can she take the outright lead? Yeah, not if that putt doesn't get moving. So has to remain content with the 4-way tie. Still got 3 holes to play though. Junhee for her par back at 14. Oh dear. Straight shove there from Im Junhee, and well, not many things professional golfers despise more than dropping shots on par 5s. Back-to-back bogeys for Im Junhee. So he fancies her chances of getting home in 2. Ooh, the cart path's going to help. Oh, over the back of the green. Goodness me. What on earth is back there? There's a cart that stopped the ball from... Well, very bizarre there for Lee So-mi. She might have to play her third shot off a cart path because it's a very thick bush. That's a good 20 yards over the back of the green as well. So problems for the defending champion. Now Hyun Kyung in that cumbersome collar, ready to take on her third shot to this 14th. Was expecting a big kick, didn't quite get it. Co-leader on the 16th with the 6-iron. Beautifully played. Really, I say it week in, week out. She has probably got one of the best iron games on the KLPGA Tour. We've seen it in full flight for so much of 2023. Now, yeah, one just short of the green. All sitting down a touch in that rough. It looks like a slight downhill lie as well, and she's got to get this one up and over the bunker, but get to stop pretty quickly. She is pitching into a slight upslope, but that's about all she's got working for her. She's got those hands lowered as well, so really trying to expose that leading edge, slide the club under the ball. And with all that in mind, that's a pretty well judged shot. Now up to 16 and Lee So-young. Also got a 6-iron. After looking at the right edge of the green on this par 3 with that right pin in her natural right to left shape. very nicely played shot. So 4 under par. Still the mark to catch here on day one at the S-Oil Championship. Well, looking to play it off the curb here, Lee So-mi. She's made good contact with it. And she's done well. She's done very nicely. So Chung Ji to the outright lead at the par 3 16th. No, just forgot to hit it. Sung Yu Jin at the 17th. Pretty well judged. Strays one offline for Hyun Kim's birdie effort at the par 5. So Young finally gets a birdie putt to drop on this back nine. Breaks the string of pars with her third birdie of the day and moves within one of the lead. Somi for an unlikely birdie at the 14th, off the cart path and everything. Yeah. 5 will be just fine. Jin Hee back at 1 under par now, second into 15. But she makes amends with a fine approach there. Chance to recover one of her 2 drop shots. Yeon for an up and down birdie to get herself back to red figures. Yeah, nicely done. Dayon. Try to use a bit of that right to left kick to nestle this one close, like in Jin Hee. He does a pretty nice job as well. Hyun Kyung only for a par now. Hee-jung will have to be content with a par. Difficult day at the office for Park Ji-young, who needs a win here to keep the moneyless race alive. Now back at 4 over par. I'll make that 3 over par for Park Ji-young. That's more like it from the 3-time winner this season. It does look like she's walking rather uncomfortably. I hope there isn't an ankle injury that she's battling right now as we drop back to the tee, and the lady she is chasing at the top of that money list, Lee Yeon. Hyun Kyung. Players start to turn down breeze now on this 15, so you get a little extra carry. And in Hyun Kyung's case, a little extra run as well. So he's going to have to look a little right here because she can easily run out of fairway if she does pull this down that left-hand side. such problems there. Birdie look now for Dion up on the green. And that one's going to drift low. A lot of players underread that putt so far in this opening round. Eugene for a birdie at 17, just a little firm. Giving this one plenty of break is Im Jin Hee. That's a good foot outside the left that she's looking. And that's very nicely holed for Im Jin Hee. Stops the rot with a birdie at the 15th. Gets herself back inside the top 10. So me at the back, the only player in this 3-ball to not have lifted a trophy in 2023. One's done it 3 times. Hyun Kyung did so just last week, ending a 910-day winless drought. Just gives you an idea of the elevation the players face as they approach this 15th green. So compounded by the fact that you are playing downwind as well. See, the way to get this close is you send it out sort of right at that TV tower. There's a big hump that kicks the ball towards the back left of the green where the hole's cut today. Imagine this is a 5-iron for Park Hyun Kyung. There's that kick, there's that release, there's a very fine shot. Yeah, one. Good flat looking lie here in the base of this fairway. To do the exact same as Hyun Kyung. A little bit further right, so maybe caught it off the bottom of the club face a little, and that could be a bit of a testy one. Gonna have to work pretty quick downhill. Now up to 16, and Jin Hee now at 2 under. It's just going to fall away into that little low collection area that Lim Hee Jong found. Not terrible there, as long as the lie's okay. Now, Somi. The breeze starts to pick up a touch. You just want to look out to the right edge of that TV tower. That's your start line. Oh, took it straight at it. That's really not the right play. But now through the back of the green. Shouldn't be too problematic. Now, So Young at the 17th, coming off her birdie at 16. She's bogey free today and playing very nicely. It's a 9-iron from 112. Oh, it's another fine shot. We could have 5 at 4 under par in just a couple of moments. There's 4 for the moment, but Lee So Young with the birdie opportunity upcoming at the 17th to join the lead here on day 1 at Elysian Jeju. Well, I like this play from Lee So-mi off the back of 15. Just chip this one. Take some slope out. Still going to work from left to right, but you can be a little bit more aggressive. Oh, great effort. Really can't get much closer without that one dropping in. Jin Hee. Just a little plonk and run here. Landed on the fringe. Let it chase out. Took a slightly higher approach and two great chip shots there on 15 and 16 from So-mi and Jin Hee. Now year 1. Second part of this putt's going to be very quick. Gave that plenty of respect. Good speed there from Lee. ENG outside chance for the solo lead at 17's not going to go. Hyun Kyung to move herself back to red figures. Nope. Just if you lose commitment on that putt, it turns hard right. As it gets to the cup, it's only a par.
Okay.
Dion gets. Oh, thought she had that. Certainly was a very nice roll, but it's just going to be that 3. Oh no, Lee So Young had that to tie the lead, and worst possible time for that tentative stroke to return. It's only a par as she heads to the par 5 18th, one back. Jinhee, just a little kick in left to remain 2 under par. Yeah, well done. Nice up and down. He jump at the home hole. Off the fairway here, but not the better side to be attacking this pin from. That left half of this par 5. Yeah, very well done. Have a look from about 12 feet to end her round with a birdie. Now, conversely, much less green to work with when you're coming out of the right rough, like Sung Yoo Jin is having to do so. And that's also very nicely played from the 2-time KLPGA Tour winner. You do come down a decent amount of elevation from this 16th tee down to the green, but we've seen a couple close already. That is a bit of a funnel pin. Can throw it out maybe 10-15 feet long. There is a slope that works its way back. It's funny to think that they're not playing ready golf. There's a lot of waiting around back here in this final group, but yeah, one's finally got club in hand and should be ready to go. Little offline there. There's quite a bit of deliberation between Lee So-mi and her caddy about the wind here. It looks like it's coming off the left. I don't think those windmills in the paper windmills in the S-Oil sign are going to be any help to So-mi. So really, if you're unsure, just look at a little bit left of this pin. Not much green to work with, only about 4 paces right before you under that chipping runoff that we've seen a couple of balls end up in already. Really, it's nothing more than a 7-iron, maybe even an 8-iron for So-mi. She's going to miss that backstop. It's going to be on the upper level of that green. Might be a bit of a quick putt. She's left herself a birdie. Hyun Kyung last to go. Oh, wonderful. Straight at it. Just releases on a touch, but nope, harm done. So still 4 at the top. Jung Yoon-ji playing the last, as is Lee So-young in the closing stages of opening round coverage here on Jeju Island. A birdie putt on the final hole for Sung Yoo-jin. For a round in the 60s. Just drifts low, but can't be too disappointed in breezy conditions to open up with the 2 under par 70. Back to 17 and Im Jin-hee. Pins all the way in the back today on this par 4, and she's got a slight downhill lie as well. This will really flatten out that ball flight. Gonna have to expect a fairly big first bounce. Oh, just coming up short. Certainly hope that hasn't plugged in that bunker. Yeah, Hee-jung. Just through the shadows, always makes putting a little bit more tricky. This for birdie. Just wiggles a little low. 1 under par 71 for the 2021 Korea Women's Open champion. 35 home in 36. Now Daeon. Slightly more level lie than Jin-hee. It's a big pitching wedge from 123. Does play downwind. Just unable to get that one to grab. It's not been easy out there today. This breeze has been a factor. You see that tier that Misomi's putting down, just got to get that creeping over that, and slope should do the rest of the work. Yeah, well done. Good judgment of pace there. Well, 2 under par to start her week in Jeju. Sung Yoo-jin, 9 straight pars to finish her round. Well, looked like it had the line, but just hitting the brakes a touch early for Leo Wan there. Yoonji at the closing hole. She had her chances to move to 5 under par, but couldn't take them on 16 and 17, and she's going to find it rather challenging to take it from the wrong level of this 18th green as that continues to work its way away from the pin. Hyun-kyung, she's had chances as well to claw back a birdie on this back 9, and she finally takes one at the par 3 16th. Nicely holed putt there for Park. It's not plugged, but a lot of ground to cover with this greenside bunker shot for Im Jin-hee. Trying to get that one to chase along, crowd egging it on, and yeah, it's not too bad. Somi to clean up for her 2-putt par. All right, well done. safe to say it was not the best of layups coming down this par 5 18th. Well into the left trouble. Lee So Young. So back out now, playing her 5th. And it's a real shame. She's played so nicely today. And it looks like she's going to end with at least one drop shot on 18, or likelihood 2. Dion back at 17, chipping through the shadows. And it Cook had a touch. Kyung. Right to left, dogleg tee shot. Left hand side must be avoided on this 17th tee. And she'll do that with no issue at all. Year one as the shadows start to lengthen, just 2 holes left for these 3. Quick pickup of the tee, normally a good sign, so he knows where that one's headed. Straight down the guts of that fairway. Happy take 2 putts from down here. Jung Yun-ji gonna have to give this a good thump coming up that hill. And that she has. Wonderful speed control for Jung Yun-ji. Looks like we're gonna have a 4-way tie for the lead at the end of play Thursday evening. Jin-hee. Saving putt now, back at the par 4 70. Splash out of the sand to here. Should just be sort of inside edge, maybe just on the left edge. Yep, just catches enough for the cup with good speed. That's a nice sandy save that keeps him Jin-hee inside the top 10.
우리가 100m만 치는데?
So Young with her misadventures at this closing hole. Is this now for bogey? And what a bogey it is for Lee So Young. Gosh, she took the adventurous route up the last. It's her first bogey of the day, but tell you what, she'll gladly take it. That had 7 written all over it. 2 under par 70 for So Young. Lee Dayan at the 17th for her par to stay 1 under. Tried to force that one in, but really wanted to turn hard from left to right. It's a bogey. Dayan slides back to level par. Who's going to be away here? I think it'd be Park Yun Kyung. Though in traditional Park Yun Kyung fashion, decidedly unhurried in her approach to the game. Doesn't pull the trigger, doesn't step in until she's absolutely certain and committed to what she wants to do. Clip that one quite nicely. But can't get it to stick. That's fine. So see that pin fluttering just left of the tower. Yeah, good control there. Lovely shot. She'll have a birdie look. Slight uphill lie for the year one from 114. ENG will tap this one in for the 4th 68 recorded today. She'll share the overnight lead. Ansongi, Lee Young and company. Now back on AT&T in Jinhee. Going to send one down the right half of the fairway in this par 5. have to say, this is probably one of my favourite swings of the KLPGA Tour. Just really textbook. Good clean lines, great rhythm, lots of power and pop as well for a small lady. It never looks like she's trying to swing out of her shoes. It's quite remarkable, the game of Lee Dai-on. When she is healthy, she is very impressive to watch. Hyun Kyung. I love the way she plays very uncomplicated short game shots. Doesn't always take the spinny route to the high loft. Often goes for the much more percentage play of a bump and run, which I imagine is what she's going to pull out of the bag here. So year one, now with this birdie opportunity. Plenty of speed on that, and pretty good line as well. Great three there for Leo Won, the dominant player of 2023. Gets herself back to 2 under par. Jin Hee laying up with her second at the home hole. Somi, I have to say it's a slightly easier putt than the one that Leo Won just had. But this one's coming uphill, so she's got to remain committed to the pace, especially late in the evening. Oh, that could happen. Takes a quick dive left, and he has to settle for par. Dai-on looking out to the right here. Hyun Kyo should just be an inside left edge par saving putt now. Well done. Nice and tidy from Park Hyun Kyung. head to the par 5 18th, final hole for the final group of this opening round. And of course, once Lee So-mi mops this one up for her par 4.
뒤에 좀 멈춰주세요. 플레이하겠습니다. 잠시만요.
That's what faces Leah 1 here. Just got to dodge that fairway bunker down the right. Hyun Kyung looking at that bunker, trying to turn a draw off it. So-mi pretty calm right now. Just past 4:30 local time on the island of Jeju. That was not a very good layup from Im Jin-hee, but she's avoided the fairway bunker. 142 left for her third. Really want to make sure you get this on that right-hand section of the green. Looking anxiously at it. Oof, just clears the greenside bunker, but it's not going to finish on the correct plateau, and she's going to have to find a 2-putt from that front left corner of the green. Dion should expect this one fairly close, only 70 meters left. Right in her wheelhouse, shots like these. Oh no, stay up. Oh, just tuck that a fraction. That rolls a foot further left. She's down where Im Jin-hee is, so gets away with one there, Lee Dion. The dilemma here is you want to keep this left half of the fairway for your layup, but well, I've seen some players run into some bother down this left-hand side. Absolutely no trouble where that one's headed, though. Hyun Kyung next to play. I'm just going to get one of our rather poorly placed cameramen to move a touch. I don't think he's moving, though. There you go. He's got the message in the line of fire. Yeah. Got to pick up the camera, sir. Got to move a little left. Not to say that Lee Dion's going to go straight at the cameraman, because, you know, past him there's quite a bit of thick Jeju forest. It's just for safety. So going to have to look out a little right here. This ball nestled down a little, so it'll come out like a knuckleball. Yeah, well done from Lee Dion. Ooh, gets a bit of an unlucky kick from that drainage cover, but that's okay. Now, seen this putt a couple of times today. Slow one for Im Jin Hee up the slope at the 18th green. Not disastrous. Well, only one player successfully defended a title so far in 2023, and that was Han Jin Seon at the Haiwan Resorts Ladies Open. Lee So-mi looking to do the same, and well, she's in decent position at 2 under. And Dion can't get that to drop. And well, she's still got 4 feet coming back for par. Well, started her back line with a 3-putt. Doesn't want to end her round with a 3-putt. Don't think she needs to give the hole away from this range. Just keep it inside the edge. Keep that head steady. Good, positive stroke. Yep, it's a 72 on Thursday for Lee Dai-on. Putting from the opposite side of the hole is ENG. Four players right now have 3 wins this season. Jinhee looking to pick up a 4th title, and beggars believe that even if she did that, she probably is not going to win the money list, because Lee Won has got that all sewn up after what has been a stellar sophomore campaign on the KLPGA Tour. Good 2-putt there. Opens up her week with a 2 under par round of 70. Just 3 ladies left out at Elysian Jeju. First to go should be Lee Won. Slight hook line left for the 20-year-old. Wonderful. Wonderful from Lee Won. She really has all the tools, doesn't she, to become a world-class player, and we certainly hope that she will travel around and play on the LPGA Tour someday. Experience the world and take that game places. It's taken her to the summit of Korean women's golf already in 2023. Now, Hyun Kyung. Oh, and that's a bit clumsy from Park. Long way up is Lee So-mi, just a tiny little flick in. Just sitting down a touch. I can't see the top third of the ball. It just looks like a lie. It's going to come out a little slow, so it has to err on the side of caution, look a little bit long. Don't bring that front slope into play. Yeah, very nicely judged. That's a clean lie for Park Hyun Kyung. Just a little sort of delicate, light, soft grip pressure. Just a little pop and run here. Don't need to overcomplicate this shot. Just let the contours of the green do the work for you. Just needed to carry that a foot more. It's not terrible, but not stone dead. Maybe that sand a little bit heavier than she expected. So me, it's been a bit of a mixed bag for her in this opening round. She's hit some lovely shots. She's given herself looks. She's also been a bit clumsy at times, but she's gotten away with it. Remember that really good par save at the 13th? Getting lucky, well, lucky and unlucky on the par 5 14th. Bouncing it off the cart path. Had to play a third off the cart path. She's kept a nice clean scorecard. And this will be a nice way to end her day's work. This for birdie. And around a 69. And in it goes. The defending champion, only one off the lead at the end of the opening round. Very solid start. Have a look at that. Good tempo, good acceleration, a great result. Year one to end her round in similar fashion. Well, she only needs a top 30 this week to end the season with the money title. Back-to-back birdies to close out day one. Leaves her alongside Lee So-mi at 3 under par. Hyun Kyung for a 71. Yep. That's a Real disappointing way to finish. A real body blow for Park Hyun-kyung. Middle of the fairway, dumps it in the bunker shot, can't get up and down. 72 to start, home in 37. Well, four-way tie for the lead at the end of play here on day one at the 2023 S-Oil Championship. Leo won, the dominant player of the year, and Lee So-mi both signing for 69s. Let's look back at what was a terrific opening round here at Elysium Jeju. We'll start here at the par 3 7th. And a brand new watch is available for a hole-in-one. An-sung-yi, she was making birdies early. That was her third in her first 7 holes, taking her to 3 under par. Jung Yoon-ji, I have to say, probably the best player this year without a victory. Opening her account there at the 6th, and getting her to 1 under par. And at the 8th, Sung Yoo-jin, mid-range left to right slider, finding the mark, taking her to 3 under. Lim Jin-hee at the par 3 7th. Saw a lot of good tee shots here all throughout the day. No different from the 3-time champion this season. Jung Yoon-ji would end her front 9 in pretty solid fashion. This a birdie 3 to take her out in 33. How about this left to right curler for An-sung-yi's birdie at the 15th. It's moving sideways at the hole, but it drops in. She would sign for a 68. And Yoon-ji, you have to say this was a bit of a surprise birdie at 14. Wasn't the best of wedge shots, but it mattered not. There was a 4 on the card. And how about this? Lee So-young ran into trouble on the 18th. This was for bogey. And well, some bogeys are just better than others. 2 under par 70 for Lee So-young. Lee So-mi, the defending champion, bogey-free round of 69 to start her title defense, seeking the first win of the year. But Leo won, who looks poised to be crowned the money list champion at the end of this week with 1 event to go. Birdie finish for a 69 of her own. A terrific opening round here on Jeju Island. Expect more of the same tomorrow at the S-Oil Championship. Looking forward to your company then. Until then, it's Timothy Lowe saying bye-bye for now.